In this video, I'm going to be introducing the Unlock GTM engineering community to you. I know what you guys are probably thinking. Another bloody GTM community, another subscription fee that you probably have to pay, and to be totally real with you, I totally get where you're coming from. I can hand on heart say that 99.9% of online communities out there are totally crap. So in this video, I'm going to explain to you exactly what I built, who I built it for, what you get in return for joining, and on the back of that, you will have all the information in the world that you may possibly need in order to make a confident yes, no decision on whether this community is for you or not, and either way, that's totally cool with me. Sounds fair enough? Anyways, let's jump straight into it. As you can tell by the name of the community alone, this community is only for you if you are either a B2B sales leader, be it a head of sales, RevOps manager, or simply a sales development representative that is looking to upskill on the job. Maybe you're an aspiring GTM engineer, either looking for the next opportunity or just wanting to keep up and stay on top of all the new tools like Hermes Agent, Claude Code, OpenClaw, N8N, and so on. More than that, even if you're a freelancer who is considering to offer go-to-market services, or if you're an outbound agency owner who wants to upskill their own team and who wants to just simply hand over some of the best educational resources on all the go-to-market tools, this community is purpose-built especially for you. And at the time of me recording this video right now, we already have courses on tools like Clay, Claude Code, N8N, Hermes Agent, and OpenClaw. And more than that, assuming that there will be new tools emerging on the market soon, be it the next OpenClaw or the next Claude Code, I guarantee you that we will have those courses inside of the community at no additional cost for any members that are already a part of the community. Now that you know who this community is built for, it's about time that we talk about what you get in return for joining. If you scroll to the bottom of the website, you should be able to see a section that explains the monthly unlocks, and simply put, throughout your membership of the community, you will get access to new courses every single month. At the very start though, you already have access to the following 5 courses, including the Unlock Clay course, the Unlock Clay for Recruiters course, the Unlock N8N course. More than that, you also get access to the Unlock OpenClaw and the Unlock Hermes Agent courses, which will be in beta, especially if you join in July 2026, when these courses have literally just come out. More than that, there will be a separate video if you scroll towards the bottom of the website, which will explain the unlocks. In other words, the perks that you get in return for staying as a part of the community every single month, and this will include you getting access to new courses every single month. For example, we have separate courses on revenue operations, CRM and Clay implementations, how to convert leads into close sales using LinkedIn DM psychology, how to get new clients using LinkedIn posting, and how to get new clients for your GTM services using cold outbound. Again, these are just some of the courses that you will get access to throughout your membership of the Unlock GTME community. Now, the biggest perk of all of this is the fact that previously each individual course would have cost you anywhere from $100 up to £250, so the combined value of all of these courses is upwards of $1,000 at least. And now you get them all in return for paying a monthly subscription fee, for the duration of which you get access to all of these courses and future monthly content which will be updated and which you will be given access to month after month. And not only that, the word community obviously implies that we will have a lot more networking opportunities. For example, I already have 52 GTM leaders that have RSVP'd to join our weekly expert sessions. The likes of Nick Abraham, Michelle Lieben, Pen Frank, Felix Frank, Patrick Spichowski, and many more GTM leaders will be coming on for 30 to 90 minutes every single week to answer any of your questions that you have, and you have the opportunity to turn up to those office hours, ask your questions, and learn about all of the newly emerging GTM trends. So yes, in return for the subscription, as we already covered, not only do you get access to all of the courses, you also get access every single week to expert calls with industry experts that don't typically attend webinars, and with who you typically would have to pay upwards of $500, maybe $1,000 an hour to hang out with otherwise. Now, one other huge perk of being inside of the Unlock GTM engineering community is the fact that you get access to TimGPT. There will be a separate video if you scroll towards the bottom of the website, which will explain to you how the TimGPT actually works. But in short, it has all the knowledge of all of the different sales tools that we teach. And whenever you go through any of the course content, or whenever you have any sort of question, you can just basically log into your account with TimGPT. If you have a tool question, you can ask it here by clicking on Got a Tool Question. If you have any sort of GTM ideas that you want to unpack further, you can click on Pick My GTM Brain, and over here it can help you with various aspects of go-to-market like copywriting, campaign strategy, finding the right use cases, and so on. And there are a lot of other cool features. Again, I will cover all of that in a separate video just to show you this GPT in a lot more detail. But as you can see by the reviews popping up on your screen right now, having crossed over 600 5-star testimonials for my previous courses, one thing that over 50 students have testified to is the quality of my GPTs, which enable you to answer most GTM questions related to Clay and N8N and some other platforms. And this GPT will be absolutely next level because it's literally like a software that you get access to as soon as you join the community. Just so that we're on the same page, at the time of me recording this video right now, I'm also looking to add accountability loops into the community whereby you can get access to mentors and form mentor-mentee relationships just to keep yourself more accountable with actual execution of a lot of the GTM stuff that you learn inside of the community. And if you have any more ideas about how we can add even more value to future members like yourself, by all means, feel free to message me on LinkedIn or inside of the Circle community in the direct messages. I will take it on board and I'll try to implement any ideas that are actually feasible in order to make this the best community that you have heard of. More than that, on a monthly basis, I'll also try and organize some Q&A sessions whereby if you have any sort of questions, you can literally come in, ask those questions in real time to myself and anyone working for my agency, B2B Boosted, or any of my GTM friends that I will try and invite to those monthly Q&A sessions as well. Worth noting that you get literally all of that in return for one flat monthly subscription fee, which you can see on the website. And spoiler alert, this will increase over time, so if you get in early, you will lock the lowest price for the subscription, and over time we will push up the price, meaning that if you were to leave the community, if you were to try and rejoin, you would need to be paying the new price, which is going to be incrementally higher than the price that you can secure if you join the community literally right now. If you have previously bought any of my courses, be it Unlock Clay, Unlock N8N, or any courses of that sort, you should receive an email with a special offer which gives you free trial access of the community anywhere from 30 days up to 60 days. So if you look into your inbox and search for Unlock GTME in the subject line, you should be able to find more information on how you can get an extended free trial of the community. However, if you're completely new here and you have not bought any of my previous standalone courses like Unlock Clay, the only entry point is the monthly subscription fee that you can see displayed on the website. By the way, guys, one thing that I cannot stress enough is that this community will be kept completely up to date. So as soon as there are new tools that emerge in the market, as soon as there are new things that I personally learn, so for example, right now I'm learning the CRM and Clay implementation side of things and the Clay RevOps implementation side of things. As soon as I get my hands dirty and I have enough social proof and confidence behind myself of mastering those skills, that's the point at which I'll be releasing new courses, which community members will get access to on a first come, first served basis. By the way, guys, if you don't want to pay the monthly subscription fee, there will also be the option to opt in for the annual pricing, which saves you anywhere from 15 to 25% every single year if you were to pay annual upfront. Alternatively, if you don't want to be paying any monthly or annual subscription fees, there is also the founding lifetime member price, which is available on the website. And again, that will increase incrementally, and I'm only offering it to the first 25 students. And in case if you watch this far and you're asking yourself, who the hell is this Tim guy? Why the hell should I join this community? How do I know that he is hopefully legit? Give me literally 30 seconds to just tell you who I am and why I think this community is the thing that you should be joining. I have started my career in B2B sales literally 5 years ago, working at two early stage startups called Clarsha and Crowdsy. I saw both of them grow from nothing to millions in revenue, being one of the founding sales team members in both of those startups. Having closed some big B2B clients like McKinsey and L'Oreal in the past, I learned so much new stuff when it came to actually generating leads, jumping on sales calls, closing those leads. And since I was super lucky to start my career at the start of COVID, I could balance full-time studies over KCL uni whilst working full-time at both of these startups. and by the age of 21, I already closed $500,000 in sales within just 18 months. On the back of that, I saw the landscape change so much with the emergence of new tools like Clay and NA10, and to be totally honest, I didn't see much growth potential in my previous roles, and I thought, hey, it's about time that I actually go out there and upskill myself with all of these new tools and then come back to the market. At that point, I started my agency B2B Boosted, which I've been running over the last 3 years, and long story short, we have over 70 successful B2B GTM implementations, and on the back of that, 18 months ago, I launched a super Clay course, which became the #1 Clay course with over 1,000 students just within 12 months or so. Since I befriended so many of the GTM leaders out there right now, I thought, hey, it's about time that I bring them all together inside of this community so that everyone can literally learn together, share all of their wisdom, share all of their learnings, and not only that, but we can also centralize all of that learning inside of the community without the need of everyone relying on scrappy YouTube tutorials or waiting for random dudes to send you your LinkedIn lead magnets via DMs on LinkedIn. And to be totally real with you, as great as it can be to sell individual courses on Clay, NA10 and all that kind of stuff, it's a bit idiotic from a student's perspective to jump from one course to another and to be repurchasing the courses one by one. So for that reason, I thought that the subscription is not only more affordable, it's also more accessible, and that way we can grow faster as a community as well. I know a lot of you may be thinking, hey, I don't have time for another community. I can find all of this stuff online. Is it really worth the price? And in my opinion, by joining the Unlock GTM engineering community, what you are essentially paying for is to be taught everything in the right order without the need of going from a school community to YouTube to LinkedIn to other places, because everything is centralized all in one place. And even if you don't have the time to go and hang out with us on a 30 or maybe 90-minute call every single week, I will send you a recap with all of the insights from the conversation alongside any of the Clay table links, any of the Claude Code skills, or anything else that you may have missed as a result of not attending any of these live sessions. Apparently, some of you may be wondering, is it really worth the price? And in this case, in my opinion, it's so easy to get a return on investment when it comes to joining this community, because let's say you master a tool like NA10 or Claude Code, you will save at least 3-4 hours every single week, and at most, in my opinion, the monthly subscription fee of this community will maybe be worth 2 hours of your time. So the time savings alone will help you break even and get an ROI for your membership. And that's not to even take into account the monthly unlocks that you get access to. So for that, just go scroll to the bottom of the website. You will see a video where I explain the monthly unlocks. And if that does not blow your mind and get you to sign up for the community, I honestly don't know what will convince you. So for that reason, you may not really be the best fit when it comes to joining. And before I wrap up with this video, there are 4 main rules that you should be aware of before considering joining this community. First of all, no selling of any kind to any members or inside of any of the community chats. If I see you mention your side project, if I see you send any affiliate link to any of the members, if I see you cold DM anyone inside of the community, you're out. There is not going to be a warning, there is not going to be a refund. This is not a place to sell your services. This is a place to learn and to add value to fellow community members. So as much as I love to shamelessly pitch my own services inside of the community, that is not something that I will welcome. You should not be sharing links to your software tool, to your services, to your consultation calls, or anything of that sort. Full stop. Don't even try it. Don't test it with me. I'm literally a one-man team, so I will get you blocked, as I don't have the time for the politics and the nuances and to keep track of how many warnings I gave to you before you got eventually kicked out of the community. Now, the common sense ground rule number 2 is the fact that you should not steal or resell the content from the community. Apparently, I need to tell you this as a part of this video, but if I do find you offering to sell any of the course material or stealing it in any way, shape or form, then again, you'll be banned and I'll revoke your access to the community. Full stop. No questions on that. Let's move on. Now, the third thing that I want to say is that you should not expect 24/7 babysitting. Yes, there is TimGPT that you can use 24/7 to answer any of your GTM questions, but if a Clay table breaks or if you have an error message inside of a specific node in NA10, do not expect people to reply to you and explain to you how to fix this error. if you just send me a really long paragraph with really poor context, I'm not going to be answering those questions. Only if you send a Loom video explaining the issue, only then will I actually reply to your direct message, acknowledge it, and help you out. And the fourth ground rule, just so we are 100% clear, the main goal of this community is to learn GTM concepts and stay on top of new AI, automation, and go-to-market trends. We do not guarantee any sort of financial success. I'm not going to promise to you that you're going to hit 10k a month if you upsell yourself to my high ticket offer or anything of that sort. If your goal is to earn from $5,000 to $10,000 a month as a fractional GTM engineer, I know there are a lot of programs that will claim that they can get you there, but this is not something that we guarantee. This is not the reason that I've started this community, and quite frankly, the main reason for me starting this community is because I wish this existed back when I was starting my sales career. Now, after this passionate rant about the ground rules, it's about time for you to make a confident yes/no decision on whether you should be joining the community, and if you do decide to join, I look forward to seeing you inside. And as I mentioned already, you should only join if, first of all, you have a bias towards action and you're not going to just simply procrastinate and watch hundreds of courses without actioning any of the ideas from the courses. Secondly, I expect you to be responsible for your own self-learning and to turn up week in, week out in order to stay on top of the GTM trends, which will all be posted inside of the news and announcements channel inside of the community. And thirdly, the main prerequisite is for you to be serious about the GTM space and for you not to just be purely motivated to join on the basis of you just wanting to plug your random AI side project that you have been working on recently. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this quick overview of the entire community, and I look forward to seeing you inside.